We're rolling. I guess I'll start out.
Rolling with Roland.
Yep. Rolling with Roland. So, hey guys, it's Eric from Edrumcenter, and we have James from Roland, and we wanted to do a kind of a Q&A session, just kind of like since we had an opportunity to sit down with you today,
Cool. Yeah,
wanted to ask some questions that some customers have had and that we've had for a while, and
I'll do my best to answer.
yeah.
Let's see.
So this is a question that's been around for probably since the TD50 came out. It's probably the first thing I thought of when I saw that third USB input, as everybody knows, is on the TD50 module. When or, is there a digital hi-hat maybe coming in the future?
That I don't know. I can't comment on that, unfortunately.
I had a feeling that might be your answer.
Yeah.
But, that's probably the most common thing that people asked both today when I told people you're coming by,
Mm-hmm.
and that I get, from TD50 users. We've sold lots of TD50s. I would love a digital hi-hats, probably, be one of the first people to buy one when they came out personally. And I know probably everyone that has gotten a TD50 that has come out would probably get one.
Yeah, unfortunately, as of right now, I do not know what the plans are for digital hi-hat, but as soon, if something does change, you'll be the first that we do let know.
So you're trying to say we're going to be the first to know Edrumcenter is?
Edrumcenter.
You heard it here. Edrumcenter will be the first to know. All right, so
one of the first to know, I should say. everyone.
That's
will.
fair.
Yeah.
As long as we find out when everybody else does, that's
Mm-hmm.
cool with us. Now the next question, it's been a while since there's been a TD50 update.
Mm-hmm.
1.07 came out, was it over a year ago? Or has it been a year and a half? It's been a while.
Yeah, I can't remember the exact date, but one thing that we did release though is the TD50 VIP program.
Yeah.
And that's a cool program because you get a few different things. We have more artist kits that is available when you do register the TD50.
Now these kits are different than the artist kits you guys came out
Correct.
with
Yeah.
about a year after launch, right?
Yeah, these are our new kits that Petercsak and a lot of Roland artists had helped us create. And so we do have a TD50 VIP link that I'll send to you. Can be right in the link to this video. But you can go there
I'll
and
put it
register.
down. Yeah.
You can register your kit, and then we'll send you the updates.
Awesome.
And we have lessons to help you get around your TD50 as well. So.
Okay. Now this is something that for Edrumcenter customers that we've actually offered everybody who buys a TD50 from us, we'll throw in the kits we've created, and also we're pretty savvy with that module. We've had one pretty much in our hands since launch. So this is something our customers have been used to, but everything is, so you can get the TD50 VIP and you can get all our kits at the same time. So that's awesome. So talking more about on the details of the TD50 VIP program.
Yeah, so that's a program we put together for people who recently purchased TD50s, either the TD50K, the digital pack, KV, whatever TD50 they bought.
What about just the module by itself?
You can do the module
Okay.
as well. So we have an artist update, so artist tune kit update that you get a link. You get a bunch of different artist tune kits. You also get a one-on-one, a video lesson on how to use the module, how to dive into all the tips and tricks, stuff like that.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right.
And that'll be going through the end of June. So
Through the end of June?
it's not a ongoing program. It's started in October of last year, and it's going to be going through the end of June.
Okay.
So
we'll post more details of this, and we'll put this on the description of the TD50s on our website as well. So on the next question we had for you, is there any new products coming in the SPD line? Maybe a new SPDSX or SPD30?
I don't know. I can't say right now. So but as soon as I find out, I'll give you a holler.
Again, same with the hi-hat. We'll be the first to know. I had a feeling that would be the answer to that. And those are still great products. They still sell very well. But that was a question we had from the internet. The customer William had asked a good question. If seemed like before in years past we had more V-drum clinics kind of around the country where people would come out and there would be a Roland artist, showing off drum kits. We actually had one a few years back that was really cool. I can't actually remember the artist, but he was really, really good, and a lot of people came out and checked that out. So is that something that...
We still have quite a bit of events going on, and I'll send you the link to where people can follow all our events. It's on our site. I don't know if the frequency has went up or down. I'd have to look at that, but we do have quite a bit of stuff around the country.
Okay.
I'm doing one next week up in Minnesota, and then the following week in New Jersey. A lot of hands-on kind of workshops.
We're here now at
yeah.
Edrumcenter doing video shoots with us.
Absolutely.
So this kind of counts, and this is going to all of our stuff is going to be on YouTube. And we want to do more of that kind of stuff now that we have a bigger physical location and room to do it.
Yeah.
So,
but we absolutely do have artists playing and doing clinics all over the place. So, yeah.
Okay. I know this might be a little bit of a big ask, but you remember a couple of years ago at NAMM when we had Omar Hakim at NAMM and
Yeah.
Billy Cobham. I was there at that particular event, and it was amazing. I actually got some of that on video.
So
But
I got a lot of that too. It was
yeah,
an awesome event.
yeah, I was able to meet those guys, and
Mm-hmm.
super cool guys. Any plans on doing anything like that?
With Omar and Billy. Cobham?
Just big name drummers at NAMM or
So yeah, I mean we had a number of them this year. This year at NAMM, as you saw too, a big focus of ours was the hybrid drumming. So
because the new team.
yeah, we had Chad Wackerman, Brendan Buckley from Shakira. He came down and played. So a bunch of different artists came down to feature like TM6 Pro, TM1, and a lot of our hybrid stuff. But as far as next NAMM, we're gonna have the same kind of setup. Or in terms of artists, we're gonna have a lot of different artists come down.
I can't wait. I can't wait to It's actually spring here in Tennessee, and it's nice and everything. But I always loved going out to California for NAMM. So next question is this is a common question as well. I got this one today. I get this one all the time actually from customers. Any plans to make larger sized drums? We know we have the 14-inch digital snare, but that only works with the TD50. Is there any plans on making a bigger snare that works with some of the other modules, or bigger, deeper toms? We have the bigger kick drums, like we have a 22-inch kick. You can't really see it, but we have a 22-inch kick. There's an 18-inch kick.
Yeah, there's an 18-inch kick. We have a 22-inch kick. We have a 22 converter, as you know.
Right, we sell lots of those.
Yeah.
It's a great product.
In terms of other drums right now, I can't say anything. Again, I don't know. But again, as soon as I find out, I'll be the first to know.
Sure.
Let you know.
That was a good question.
Yeah.
We had a guy ask today on either Instagram or I think it was actually Facebook or something. He asked if there was going to be a plan to move. Maybe I guess what he maybe meant was the modules to go to more of a sample-based sound, as opposed to the synthesis.
Yeah, so this is a common misconception with Roland. All of our sounds are based on samples. We introduced 20 years ago the COSM technology, which composite object sound modeling, which enables drummers to kind of stretch out the toms or the cymbals, make them bigger.
I
stuff
actually
like
personally really like that.
yeah, but they're all based on samples, so it's not synthesized sound 100%. I mean, obviously there are synthesized sounds. In
Yeah,
our
I have no
modules.
idea how you guys do that, because I've made, one of the kits that we created on our TD50 kits was, we just kind of wanted to see how crazy we get. We made a 40-inch hi-hat that was
Yeah.
4 inches thick, and it kind of sounds, I mean, I don't know what exactly that would sound like, but it sounded kind of like a thick piece of metal. Same, we did a 40-inch ride.
Mhm.
I can't remember how, I think it was a 40-inch kick drum too, or it was
Yeah, you can
crazy
get-
high
yeah.
kick drum.
Yeah,
So
get up to 40.
I think it's kind of cool you can get crazy with that. I like do a lot of recording, and I like to get creative with my stuff, but
Yeah, I mean, that's the great thing about electronic drums is you can get very unique and
Yeah.
get very interesting sounds that you can't get on acoustic drums. So
and of course, because all the new modules, even the TD30, the last generation, has USB. If you wanted to trigger, you know, a
oh,
DAW
absolutely, yeah.
or any kind of a drum software, it's really easy. And one thing that a lot of people don't know, maybe correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I was told that the TD50 has, and I think that the TD30 might have had this too, has a 2 chips in it. 1 chip to do the triggering, and 1 chip to do the sounds. And so what that does is it kind of takes the load off. If you're triggering software, it's going to give you like the lowest possible latency. That particular module.
On
Is that
what,
something
on
you
the
know?
TD30?
The TD50.
The
I know the
TD50
30 I think had the same thing. It was the first one that was like that.
The TD50 does have a brand new chip. It's not the same as the TD30.
Obviously, yeah. It's
Yeah,
like a 5 or 6 year newer
Right.
computer, essentially.
I'm actually not sure if they're 2 separate chips, but I do know how they have specific, you know, divisions, so they divert 60% power to go to one thing,
Right.
you know, certain amount.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it
Yeah.
was just like, it was some kind of optimization so that when you were triggering software, you got all the horsepower basically doing the triggering, so you get the best response from
Correct,
the pads
and and there are settings in the module that you know, you can go through and bypass all the sounds that are internal, so it will be focusing all of its
that's
processing on
yeah.
just triggering VSTs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. This was a good question, and actually it's something I'd thought of when I was creating kits. There's a ton of options for different snare types
Yeah.
on your snare, and you can get kind of really, you know, different number of strands. You can make them loose and so on and so on. This guy asked a good question. He was like, "Is there any way we can just turn the snares off?" So we just had just the snare with a snares off sound.
The snare off would be you can do a regular sample, but as of right now, the snares aren't flipped off completely.
No,
Yeah, but
maybe that's something we could put on the wish list for an update.
correct. Yes.
You know, Roland engineers, if you're listening, that was a good question. I thought that was kind of a creative question that I hadn't had asked before. So another.
That is a good question, though.
So the next question is, this is the last one that people asked today. Is there any plans, and this is probably something you can't answer, because you guys, I don't know if you guys know, but Roland keeps their new products really under wraps. They don't tell us. They don't tell, they don't even tell the sales guys until almost like the time it's ready to ship, which I know it can be kind of annoying, but like at the same time, there's other companies that will announce stuff and then it won't ship for, the product won't ship for 2 years or something, or a year, and that's really frustrating. I think that's like even more frustrating personally for us, because we'll have a really cool product, it looks like on paper or on the internet, and then like, you know, when's it coming? We don't know.
There's a tradition in this industry that in musical products is, you know, it's been for a long time now. The NAMM kind of sets the tone for the year, and so one thing that's been frustrating, I think, for customers is that, you know, in the past, companies would debut a lot of products. It was obviously before the internet. They would have to show it to dealers.
I was around back then.
And then, so, you know, people can plan for stuff throughout the year.
Yeah.
Now with the internet, people are seeing, you know, NAMM videos and all this stuff being laid out there. To people have been getting sometimes frustrated with seeing stuff out in NAMM and then not seeing it for many months, sometimes years. So
Yeah, that's more of like, actually, this kind of dates me. I started working in music stores in the 90s, and back then it was, you go to NAMM, you saw the new stuff, there wasn't really, you couldn't just be like, I'm not going to NAMM, I'm going to watch the stuff on YouTube, that wasn't a thing. So companies would introduce a product, and then, Roland was like this, everybody was. They would introduce a product, and they would like kind of gauge interest, I guess, maybe, and like take orders or something.
Do market research for
and
sure.
Then, and then they would start building it, and we wouldn't see the stuff for 6 months. So we would take, we would tell people about it, and then we'd have all these people waiting on stuff. And for the most part, Roland hit their targets for the most part. They were a pretty good company about that. But it was still a 5-6 month wait before the product would actually come out. And so I don't know, it's kind of annoying to like not know, but at the same time, like we know, like when a new product comes out, we can get it in like usually 30 days.
Yeah, Roland is usually
These
pretty,
days?
Yeah, Roland is usually pretty good about when they do launch something, it'll ship, pretty quick. A lot of people will get excited about a new product that they see in NAMM, but if it doesn't ship for a year, that excitement dies off.
Mm-hmm.
So to keep, people interested in the product
Or,
and not
I mean-
making them wait, we generally, don't like to introduce something and then have it ship, a year later. That's just the company philosophy. So,
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, I can see it both ways. I can see if, I mean, you guys are kind of an established company, but say if you were a new company, it'd be really hard to like have like 100 units built. What if it was a flop?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
So we, believe me, we want to get new product out to the market when it's ready, as soon as possible, just like
So do
anyone
we.
else. And so, but we do have kind of a rhythm of how we launch stuff. So believe me, as soon as we get the news, I'll send it your way so all your customers can find out what's new.
And we want to be at the product launch too.
Sure.
Sure. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the questions that we had from customers today. I really appreciate you coming out
Absolutely.
to do we had a bunch of videos coming out of this shoot today, and really appreciate you coming out today and sitting down and answering questions. I know some of the stuff you couldn't answer, or we just didn't have any information for people
Mhm.
that. But you sat down, and we really appreciate you coming in.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Always thank you guys for the support.
So yeah, thanks for watching this video of the Q&A with me and James from Roland. And this is Eric from Edrumcenter. Buy all your drums from Edrumcenter, and subscribe for more videos, and we'll see you next time.